This is my surly karate monkey. I like this bicycle. I've named it Purple Nurple. It's a single speed. It goes between single speed and geared versions about every 17 minutes worth of cycling. Well, not quite that often, but it is almost that bad. This is a surly nice rack. It's nice. It's designed to go in the rear of a bicycle, and I bought this used the other day, and this one purchase inspired change in a bike that always changes. My karate monkey. As one who goes between the geared version of the bike and the single speed version of the bike, I've come up with a few cheats, if you will. With this particular frame, I can actually leave the shifter and the derailleur and the cable and housing intact. I simply bolt them on and zip tie the cables to the frame. This is the rear cassette that I run. It is a 11 to 48 tooth 11 speed. That thing is about the size of a dinner plate. I like to store it in zippy wrap so that it stays clean and all the little pieces don't get lost. I will walk you through the process of changing this out. The first thing we'll do is remove the rear wheel. As well as the chain, and I store all those single cogs and the chain together in zippy wrap as well. Using a chain whip tool and a cassette nut, you can just loosen this off. This is a surly single speed kit, and you can convert any cassette hub to a single speed very cleanly. Making sure I have the right orientation of the splines. I'll put all of those gears back on, and then we'll just tighten that up. Once we have that done, we will put it into the bike. Install our 12mm thru axle and snug it up in place. Next, we will bolt on our derailleur. And I'm actually going to be changing out the handlebars as well, so I'm using a volet strap to keep the whole fork from falling down once I take out the stem. I do like the single speed drivetrain. It's so clean, very clean cockpit. But I'm looking for a little bit of relief from wind and a couple of the hills that we have. Also, I have a newly acquired single-speed bicycle that I'll share with you guys in another video, and my fixed gear bike as well. So, including the Purple Nurple, I had 3 single speeds going at the time. And these are combinations of parts and pieces that I have gone between and fiddled with so many times, so I know exactly what stem I want when I'm running a Jones bar. Like I say, I've done this a lot, at least 12 times in the last 2 years. Nice thing with a karate monkey frame like this is, as I'd mentioned, literally just zip tie the cables to the frame and bolt on the shifter and the derailleur, and I've gone from a single speed to a multi-geared bike with a granny gear. Clean up those zip ties, and then we'll install the chain. And almost every time I do this swap out, shifting is just instantly perfect and dialed. I rarely have to adjust it. Now for the rack. I like the Surly hardware. It allows for a lot of adjustability. Unfortunately, this one doesn't work with my disc brakes, and in the position that I had it installed, when I put panniers on, I get interference with my heels. It is time for Plan B. I've seen people mount these on the front of bikes, and I thought, you know what, that might be kind of interesting. First little issue. The area around the hole that I use to mount to the boss is a little big for the fork that I'm running. I guess that's the handy part about having a knife shop in your garage, is that I've got a lot of metal tools at my disposal. So little roadblocks like this, they don't stay roadblocks for long. They don't stand a chance. And I'll show you a before and after from one side of those stays to the other. You see that extra meat at the top? That was bumping into the crown of the fork. So I just ground it away. And that solved the problem. I want to get it as close to the tire as possible, but I also want it nice and level. I did have to come up a little bit so that I could maintain my level and have clearance from the head tube. Just a few more things to the cockpit. Put on the grips, tighten down the levers and the shifter. And the finishing touch for this little change, a basket. I want this bike to be useful for coffeeing outside. Summertime, we do a lot more longer cycling trips and trips as a family. So the ability to haul stuff is more important in the summertime. And when you're hauling stuff, gears tend to be a little bit more valuable. But then I woke up the next morning and I took the front rack off. At least we've left the gears on for now. And we'll put some miles on the bike in this configuration before we change it again. It keeps a guy out of trouble, I suppose. Well, I thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it.